So maybe you're interested in renovating an existing patch of ground. Well, Dallas and I take a ride out and walk around in a field that has been renovated and talk about some of the things that we see here.
So this producer took a stand of crested wheatgrass that had been a stand in existence for decades and wanted to convert this to a more productive species for his particular location. We're standing near Wheatland, Wyoming in a 14 to 15 inch precip zone on higher ground that gets a lot of wind in the wintertime and no irrigation water, so it's dryland ground. So what we did is this producer came in and burned this off late in the winter, burned off the old stand of crested wheatgrass, and then when it greened up in the springtime, we applied Roundup, a general herbicide that kills everything that's actively growing. And after that killing spray of Roundup, immediately seeded in with a no-till drill some legumes and more productive grass species, and then we had a great spring, excellent precipitation. So what we're looking at is what you could expect for a best case scenario of reseeding into an established stand of grass. So we've got some annual weeds out here, that should be expected. And we've got some of our newly seeded species that are established and germinated and starting to grow, that had a good growing season this year and are getting ready to go into wintertime. No harvest was taken off this year. It was not hayed in any way, it was not grazed in any way. This is just what grew this year that's still standing here. So I would suspect this field has another 2 years of good precipitation that is going to be required to have this be a thick stand and reduce the amount of annual weeds to where we'll be ready to start taking some harvest off of this.
Eventually you will get a more productive stand, but given the inputs that we've got out in here, you've got to think about the economics of this versus this and what your objectives are.